All right, what's going on, family? This is the new Wealth as a Journey monthly budget worksheet. And what we're going to do is go over how to use it and why it's beneficial. The reason why budgeting is beneficial is because you're telling your money where to go and it's giving you control over where that money is going. What this is going to do is going to allow you to pay down your debts. So then you'll have more money to make you more money. Before we get to any investing or making money piece, we want to make sure that we have first control over our money. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this budget worksheet and show you exactly how it works to show you exactly how it's going to benefit you and your family. So first, before we start any budget, we want to know what our income is, and then we're going to list all of our expenses. And then based on what you have left over after you're done paying the minimum payments on those expenses, then that's when you're going to have more money to then dump on to your debts, smallest to largest. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get into it and show you exactly how to use it. So let's just say, and these are all generic numbers. Your numbers are obviously your numbers. So what we're going to do is put in $5,000, and this is for the month. All right. I did put spending money at the top for yourself because I think a lot of times what happens is when people set up budgets for themselves or do a variation of budgets, what they do is have their income and then their expenses, and then anything that's left over, they'll just spend it. So I think it's very important when you're setting up your budget to put in money for yourself that you're comfortable with every month. So you'll have basically like an allowance, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in, let's just say $300 for the month. All right. Now, with this budget tool, you'll have what you have budgeted for and then actually what you spend. So anytime we spend money on ourselves, that means if we're going to go get coffee, if we're going to the movies for ourselves, if we are, let's just say we're buying some sneakers or something like that. Uh, let's just say those sneakers cost $200. You put that in, and then the difference is what you have left over. So therefore, anytime you spend money, you'll have what you budgeted for when you spend it, and then what the difference is. So then you'll know I only have $100 left to spend on things for myself. So now you have your mortgage, right? Household maintenance is what I call like a sinking fund. So basically, what that means is if you have miscellaneous things that just come up with your house, um, like hot water heater breaks or an appliance breaks or something like that, you can put money away for yourself to in a fund. So therefore, when those things do happen, if an appliance breaks or something like that breaks around the house, you'll have money put into another account that you can pull out and then buy the new thing, whatever that is. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. And that would be in a different account, separate from your checking account. So you can make like we have um, a vacation fund account. We have like a Chase needs account for my son. So if he needs something, we put money away. So if he ends up needing something that we didn't budget for, then we can pull that money out of that account and then buy the things that we need. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave that blank for now because we want to make sure that at the very least we are we have money left over to then put on maintenance if we need that maintenance fund taken care of. Emergency fund, our emergency fund is basically going to be if we don't have one, You want to have it anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. And the basic reason that you want to have an emergency fund is because you want to take your reliance off of credit cards. So an emergency fund looks like if you have a blown tire or you have a maintenance issue on your car, something that you did not expect, that you need that car up and running sooner than later, and you needed to get to work, then what you're going to do is you're going to pull from that emergency fund to get that thing fixed. Now, we want to make sure that it is a true emergency, not, Christmas is coming and I didn't save up for Christmas and now I'm gonna pull money out of my emergency savings. No, please do not do that. Those types of activities will keep you down financially. So let's just say you do not have an emergency fund. And what we're going to do is we'll put away, let's just say $250 in your emergency fund. Now, when you do have your emergency fund up to, let's just say, $1,000 to $2,000, whichever makes you most comfortable, then you stop saving in that emergency fund. And then you can start putting that money towards any types of debts that you have. If you have a mortgage, then your home insurance should be covered inside of that, but we do have that as a line item if you need it. Electricity, let's just say that's $300. Okay. Water bill, say it's $25. Sewage, say it's 25. Now, gas. This is gas for your vehicle. Gas for your vehicle. I'm sorry, not gas for your vehicle. This is gas for your home. So that may be another $100. Your phone bill, let's just say it's 125. Trash, $20. Cable, 199. Cell phone, if you have one, let's just say it's $100. And this phone here is your house phone. Now, if some people don't have house phones, if you don't feel like you use your house phone, this may be an area of opportunity for you to get rid of something that you no longer need. A lot of people do not have house phones. So maybe that might be an area of opportunity for you to get rid of your house phone, save yourself $125, and then just use your cell phone. Groceries is a huge area of opportunity. A lot of times people just go to the grocery store. If they're out of something, they'll just go pay for it and not budget for those things. Now, a budget for groceries is going to help you stay on track. And then also is going to help you be disciplined with buying basic necessities. So let's just say your groceries for a family is $1,000. All right. So we're going to keep going here. Entertainment, that may be you're going to the movies, or if you are married, it might be like a date night or something to that effect. And you'll see movies down here as well. You can break out and put in any type of category that you want. They're just additional things that are specific down here. So your entertainment might be going to the movies or going to a concert. So what we did was we broke it out and put it down here as well. So you can categorize it and you can change these line items up at your leisure. You can name them exactly whatever you want. So that's the beauty of using this spreadsheet here. So let's just say I am going to something that's going to cost me $100. Charity or donations, that could be your tithes and offerings. For us and my family, we are tithers and offering givers. Now, if you don't subscribe to that and you're not, that's completely fine. But we are, so that'll be, let's just say $600. Now, fuel for your vehicle. Fuel for your vehicle. This may be an area of opportunity if you're up, you're outside a lot, you're driving around a lot, and you have debt. Then this may be an area of opportunity for you to, maybe drive less. So I did have somebody ask me like, hey, well, how do I figure out how much, fuel I'm going to need for the month? Very simple. If you do not know how much fuel you need for the month, just think to yourself how many times you fill up your car, and on average, how much does that cost? On average, it may be $50 per fill up. You may fill up once a week, then that's times four, and that'll be $200. If you want to put a little buffer in, you can please feel free to do that. If it's 225, then put that in there. Now, if you end up, just as a little hack here, if you end up only spending, let's say, $190 for that, that'll give you a difference of $35. Now, what you could do with that $35 is put it into another category. So when my wife and I, we were paying off our debts, if there was anything left over in any type of line item or category that we planned on spending, we actually spent less, then that additional money will go on debts that we had to help pay it down faster. Now, you may think to yourself, oh, well, it's only $35. I'll go spend it on something else. But I'm here to tell you that every little bit that you pay down on your debt helps, because you have to think about it. Whatever your interest rate is on whatever you're paying, the $35 can help you pay less to the bank and keep more money in your pocket. So hopefully that little tidbit helps. So now we have auto insurance. So auto insurance, it has gone up. I would highly encourage you to shop around. Maybe you might be able to find another deal. A lot of times what we do is we'll keep our car insurance for years and years. So like, let's just say you had State Farm and you had them for 10 years. Most of the time you'll get a price increase every year. So you won't notice it, but when you start paying attention to the things that you're paying for by doing a budget, then you'll understand like, hey, let me go and see if I can, find a deal somewhere else. So just to give you a heads up on that. Then we have car expenses that can go into the sinking fund, just like we did for household maintenance up here. So if you have enough money to do the car expenses, then let's do that. Let's just say $50. And with your cars, this can go under something like oil changes or tires. If you drive around a lot, then maybe you're wearing your tires out a lot. Or if you have a car that you have to get your car maintenance every 3,000 or 5,000 miles, then you'll have money just put away in your car expense account, which will be different from your checking account. And you would have money set aside. So if you didn't budget for getting a car maintenance done at a certain time, then you'll have, maybe a few $100 put away into an account that you could just pull from, get your car maintenance, and it's all good. So hopefully that makes sense. Childcare is out of hand. It's very, very expensive at this point. So let's just say it's $1,000. Okay. Then you have credit card debt. So you can actually just make this one, let's just say it's one credit card. If you have multiple credit cards, you can just make this like Capital One, or you can make it Amex, or whatever debts you actually have, you can categorize them. And I would prefer you do that, because then you'll have an idea of what you're paying as far as minimum payments every month. So therefore, you can focus on paying the smallest to largest. Like if you have any monies left over at the end of you putting in your expenses, then you can then put that little bit of money or whatever money's left over onto your smallest debt, and then you're going to snowball those payments. So let's just say you have one credit card. Let's just say it's $100 is your minimum payment. And then you have other loans. Let's just say you have let's just say a car loan. You make this car loan. Okay. So we're going to make this car loan. And let's just say your car loan is $400. It's your minimum payment. And over here, there's a area for notes. So you can put in notes like, hey, I only have, 300 bucks left on this note, or I paid extra on this, and this is what it brought my payment down to. These notes, this note section here is for you to put in notes, maybe mile markers, maybe uh cheering yourself on that, hey, I paid this down. I've been trying to pay on this thing for a long period of time, but it just gives you a note for you to be able to cheer yourself on while you're doing this. Restaurants, here's an area of opportunity. A lot of people, I feel like a lot of people that I work on budgets with spend a lot of money on dining out. And I believe if you do not have the money at the time, meaning that you have a pile of debt, then maybe it may not be the best option for you to go out. But I understand that you are an adult. You can do what you want. If you are going to do this and you have debt, I would recommend that you at least write it down what you're comfortable spending on a monthly basis. So let's just say it's $300 going out. Then you have child sports. Child sports can be expensive, but let's just say we don't have any children that are doing sports, but you do have a line item for that. If you do, if you have a housekeeper, you can put that in there. But again, if you have consumer debts, I would probably say we shouldn't do that at this time. Again, at this time, not forever, just at this time. Concerts, let's just say we don't have any concerts to go to this month. Movies, birthday gifts. This is a big one as well. So if you are buying a gift for somebody, just make sure that you log it, what you're comfortable with spending before the month starts. So what we're doing when we're budgeting also is we're forecasting what we're going to spend for the month. So this is going to force you to think about what you're spending on a monthly basis. Now, all of your household costs are going to be pretty much fixed for the most part. Like they may fluctuate a little bit here and there, but for the most part, they're going to be fixed. Now, for birthday gifts, things of that nature, they are going to fluctuate because you're not going to be buying birthday gifts every month. So let's just say you have a birthday gift for a friend and you want to spend $100. Now, again, if you only spend 75 of the 100, you can use that to pay on your car note. Okay. So now here's a problem, right? Here is a problem. At the end here, we put in that we're only making 5,000 for the month. Now, we have a bunch of expenses here that are putting us in the negative. So we are in the negative $2,369. So the beauty of doing this budget is we have the opportunity before the month starts to go back and see where we can cut, where we can shave to put us in a better financial position. Now, if you look here, once you get out of debt, then here are some areas where you can start allocating the money that you are putting on the debt. Once you're done paying on the debt and all the debt's taken care of, then you can start investing, putting away money for vacations and college savings funds as well. So now what we're going to do is we have to go back and see where we can cut and or shave $2,300 off of our budget. So what I would do is start with the things that are not really necessary. Okay. So let's go back through. Birthday gift, not necessary. Boom, we're going to get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Dining out, not a necessity. So we're going to get rid of that. Now the car loan and the car loan is a necessity. You're obviously going to have to pay that. Your credit card debt, you're obviously going to have to pay that. Childcare, maybe there's an area of opportunity to see if there's somewhere else, another childcare center that you can go to that may not charge you as much money and still give you value for what you're paying. Car expense, we have to get rid of that. Now, if there's an area of opportunity for you not to go out as much, and maybe you can fill up your car 3 times a month as opposed to 4, then that may save you, let's just say, that much money, right? So let's just see where we are now. Boom. So this number is actually going down now. You'll see instead of it being $2,300, we only need to now find $1,800 to shave off of your budget. And again, this is just an example. This is not the end all be all. I understand that some people don't have sewage bills as well as water bills every month, but you see exactly what I'm saying. Hopefully, the charities and donations, we're not messing with that. I wouldn't mess with it personally. Entertainment, I would probably get rid of that. Groceries, maybe we can, instead of going to a nice grocery store or an upscale grocery store, maybe we can go to BJ's. We can go to Walmart. We can go to maybe Aldi's or somewhere where you're going to get the same quality food, but you're not going to have to spend as much, right? Cable. Unfortunately, cable has to go. Maybe we could just get Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, let's just say we get a Wi-Fi that costs $90 instead of paying $199, right? We can get rid of this house phone. All right, so let's see where we are right now. Boom. So now instead of us being $2,300, now we're only $1,300. So as you can see, although the person that we're doing this budget for doesn't look the greatest, at the very least, we know where we are and we know where we need to be. So a lot of times some people will say, well, I need all of these things and I still don't make enough money. Maybe if you feel like you need these things, maybe it may be an opportunity for you to maybe get an additional income stream, maybe another job, or if you're good at something that you can add value to somebody that they'll pay you for, then you can do that as well. But at the very least, this here is going to show you how to be a good steward over your money. And you know if you're not being a good steward over your money, and you know that if you're not a good steward over your money, you're buying things that you don't necessarily need. They're more so wants. But what I would do is once you get rid of this credit card debt and the car loan, you're going to have more money to spend. So let's just say you get another job and this job brings in $2,000 extra dollars. This is going to give you the opportunity to pay this car debt down, and it's going to give you the opportunity to pay the credit card off. Once the credit card is paid off, if that's your smallest debt, then you want to then snowball that into the car loan. So then you'll have an extra $100 to put on top of your car loan, and then you'll snowball that and then pay it off. And on this note here, you can then put in that hey, I only have, $500 left to pay on my credit card, or I only have $1,000 to pay on my car loan. So again, all we're doing is writing down all of our expenses. We're putting in our total income, and then it's going to give you an idea of exactly what you're spending money on. Now, if you need to decrease your spending, this is going to let you know if that's the case for you. Also, maybe you have too much house. There's a bunch of different options that you'll have once you have all of the information. But at the very least, you now know that you have all of the information, so then you can make an informed decision on how you need to move forward, whether you need to get another job, whether you need to maybe ask for a raise, or maybe start a side business that's going to bring you in more income. So hopefully this demonstration gives you an idea of what you need to do as far as like setting up a budget, how the budget works. But in order for you to be wealthy, in order for you to be better financially, you need to know exactly where your money's going. A lot of us were never taught how to set up a budget, but it's just as simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's just as simple as putting your income in, how much money you're going to bring home per month, and then all of your expenses, whatever they may be. So hopefully you're making more money than this person, or you have less expenses than this person. But at the very least, you know exactly where you are. And then also for the following month, you can click on January 2025, and then you can start all over putting in your income and then putting all of your expenses down. And then you can save this. This will be saved to like a Google file. This is in Google for me. It'll be saved, or you can put it in your Apple product and you can save it there. But at the very least, you'll have all of your month, all of the months that you're budgeting for the year. So you'll know exactly what you spend in December. You can go back and take a look at it. Let's just say you're now budgeting for March, you can go back to January and February and see trends of what you spent for electricity, what you spent for emergency savings, different things of that nature. And it'll give you an idea of how to control your money. So hopefully that has helped. If you need more help or more information, please do not hesitate to book a call at Wealth is a Journey and see how I can maybe get some eyes on what exactly you're doing, and then give you some reference points of how to do a budget better. So hopefully, again, this has helped somebody. This is a free resource. But if you need help, we are always here to help. Thank you so much.